red wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hawai'i pono'i nana I komo'i kalani ali'i ke ali'i makualani e kamehameha e na kawa e pale me ka ihe makualani e kamehameha e na kawa e pale me ka ihe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Kimura.
Aloha, basketball fans, and welcome to Simplify Arena at the Stan Sheriff Center for tonight's non-conference men's basketball game between the Hawaii Hilo Vulcans and your Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Here is your starting lineup. For the Vulcans, at forward, a 6'6" graduate student from Kapolei, Hawaii, number 20, Zor Ned. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Staten Island, New York, number 11, Kalik Mitchell. At center, a 6'11" junior from Alexandria, Jamaica, number 4, Nadrick Pete. At guard, a 6'5" junior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 1, Carlos Ramsey Jr. And at guard, a 6'1" graduate student from Tacoma, Washington, number 3, Charles Elzy III. The head coach for the Vulcans is Kaniela Iona.
No friends in the industry, I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies. A fact. Let us start if we don't wanna keep it rap. Yeah, you hit us up and now we owe you something back. I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies. My brothers and my enemies. My brothers and my enemies.
At forward, a 6'8" graduate student from Cary, North Carolina, number 1, Justin McCoy. At guard, a 6'5" graduate student from Voorhees, New Jersey, number 11, Matthew Cotton. At forward, a 6'9" senior from Rio das Ostras, Brazil, number 5, Bernardo da Silva. At guard, a 5'10" senior from Vallejo, California, number 3, Jovan McClanahan. And at guard, a 6'2" senior from Leopoldburg, Belgium, number 4, Noel Coleman. The head coach for the Rainbow Warriors is Iran Ganat.
Under the direction of head coach Eran Ganat in his 9th season atop the program, the Rainbow Warrior basketball team tips off the regular season with a 3-game homestand. 5th-year senior Javon McClanahan is one of 3 starters returning to the Hawai'i lineup after leading the Rainbow Warriors in assists last season with 3.5 dimes per game. Up next, opening night and an intra-state rivalry rehashed. The Vulcans and the Rainbow Warriors, Hawai'i Hilo and Hawai'i Mānoa. And with that, we welcome you inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Next to Artie Wilson, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Artie, take us through the Kaiser Permanente keys to the game.
Talking with Coach Iona, the basics, defense and rebounding. He needs to have both those things happen for his team to stay competitive. And for the Rainbow Warriors, they've got to have a new attitude. They've got to come out and erase what happened when they played St. Mary's. Have some want-to, have some desire, and play with some guts, because this is important. Get off to a good start.
Yeah, opening night for Mānoa. They did play in that televised exhibition to benefit the recovery efforts on the island of Maui against St. Mary's. That was back on October 20th. And it was all Gales in that one, 92-58. The real season opener, though, tonight for Mānoa against a Vulcans team that has already played 5 games. They're 3-2 coming in. Started their season with a 3-game tournament north of the border in Canada, and then lost a couple of games in another tournament in Santa Barbara. Well, the Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups will be scrolling at the bottom of your screen, and a couple of the newcomers in the starting 5 for Hawaii, including Justin McCoy, the transfer from North Carolina, and Matthew Cotton, the transfer from Yale. And that was a challenge there by Bernardo da Silva. Cotton's putback doesn't go, and the rim was protected that time by Nadrick Pete.
And Nadrick Pete won the jump. He has some hops. He can fly.
Yeah, the 2023 Pac West Defensive Player of the Year. Was 7th in NCAA Division II action in blocks per game, 2.4 to be exact. Carlos Ramsey Jr., he's the top scorer for the Vulcans, averaging 20 a game, lost the handle. And now Cotton with it for the Bows in the front court. Here's Javon McClanahan, preseason all Big West selection, dribbling into the teeth of the D. And then he hits the deck. Looked like he got fouled by his old mate, Zor Ned, wearing the other uniform in this matchup.
And Zor says, I remember that play. I remember how you spin.
Zor Ned, 6'6", 230 pounds, 6th-year senior out of Kapolei. Spent 5 years here in Mānoa. Said it was just kind of strange showing up to the arena. First off, he didn't drive himself, came on the opposing team bus. And he said the other weird thing was I went to the visitors' locker room as opposed to the home team locker room. Yeah. But, you know, those are the changes when you decide to go over to the Hilo program.
Yeah, he said that locker room is not quite the same.
Yeah, not quite as decorated. As you take a look at 4th-year head coach for the Vulcans, Kaniela Iona. Big Island native, Honoka'a High School graduate. Really enjoyed our conversation with him earlier in the week. Here is Da Silva trying to get post position, drawing a crowd, but finds a seam, and just before the shot clock expired, gets the first bucket of the game. How about that handle? Charles Elzy III. He was sick with it. 6'1" senior from Tacoma, Washington. Transfer from College of Idaho.
He can play. You can tell he's got a lot of game right there.
Yeah, won an NAIA national championship with Idaho last year. Was the most outstanding player of the NAIA tournament as Matthew Cotton is called for steps. Look at Eran Ganat, season number 9 atop this program. You see the overall record, 136 and 88. Mānoa has won 13 of its last 14 season openers, all by double digits. And there is some aggressive defense played by Javon McClanahan, the bulldog, as you like to refer to him, Marty.
Yeah, he's a little pit bull, that's for sure. He is something special. What amazing that one shot against in the Diamond Head Classic has done for that young guy's confidence.
Yeah, that's true. It soared into another atmosphere after that. Here's McCoy, open 3, doesn't go. drive into the lane by Kalik Mitchell, and Bernardo da Silva was in front of the rim providing resistance. Pass cross court chased down by Noel Coleman. Very experienced backcourt here for the Bows with Coleman and McClanahan. You see the ball movement. It's Javon for three. Leaves it short. Thoughts on what we're seeing here almost 3 minutes in so far?
Pretty ragged. Both teams are competing, though. They're playing hard. They're going at each other. And the officials are allowing them to play. I like seeing that.
Carlos Ramsey Jr., 6'5", redshirt junior from Milwaukee. Again, he was the top scorer for Hilo coming in, 20 points per game. But the 2023 Pac-West Newcomer of the Year was also all Pac-West second team last year after transferring in from Highland Junior College. And Noel Coleman able to get it up and in, and we're tied at 4 here.
Well, so far, the little brother in Hilo is saying, we can play with you, big brother.
Yeah, they don't look shy. Neither is Ned on that three-point try. Tug of war for the rebound, won by Da Silva. McClanahan. Shovel pass, Da Silva power dribble, and he gets tied up. No, they're going to call a foul against the Vulcans. That's going to go against Nadrick Pete. That is his first.
I like Nadrick Pete. I think he's got hops, he's got long arms, and he does the job of trying to be the defensive protector on the inside.
Yeah, he hails from Alexandria, Jamaica, and had an issue with his visa, and so he was actually unable to travel with the team in their season opening trip to Canada.
Canada has strict
Very
requirements.
strict, yeah. Meanwhile, this is
you probably couldn't get into Canada.
Yeah, there are a lot of places that wouldn't want me to go into their borders. Yeah, this is a special moment here, Artie. Juan Munoz making his first entrance into an official game for the Rainbow Warriors. This is his third year with the program. He went to the same high school as Justin McCoy, Panther Creek High School in Cary, North Carolina. Part of the reason McCoy transferred to Hawaii from North Carolina. But it has been a minute since this guy's been able to do his thing on the court, and he's out there here on opening night.
It's nice to see, and you just hope he has a good few minutes and gets into the floor of the game.
Knee injury, Achilles injury, in that order, keeping him off the floor for the last 2 years. Hawaii trying to up the pressure. Ned, that pass gets deflected and taken away by Cotton. Coleman will try a three. Got it to go. All net right there for Noel Coleman.
And that's a good start for the Rainbow Warriors. When you see Noel Coleman aggressive offensively, it usually bodes well for his game and also for the team.
He has led the team in scoring each of the last 2 years. Got an open look left corner. This is Mitchell. Leaves it short side. Entry pass goes to Da Silva. Munoz, open three. Got it! And what a moment.
Yeah, nice to see Juan Munoz hit his first three after also delivering a great pass a moment ago.
Been a long time coming, but something he is reputed to be able to do is fill it up from distance. He does so right there. It's an 8-0 Mānoa run. Elzy got it stripped away out of bounds. It'll stay in this direction. Hawaii hitting from beyond the property line on a couple of occasions, Artie.
Yeah, nice to see Noel Coleman come alive with jump shots, and then Juan Munoz burying the three. How sweet it is.
University of Hawaii Sports on Spectrum Sports, sponsored by Bank of Hawaii.
Being a military kid who moved a lot, Hawaii was the first place that really felt like home.
Heineken Silver, world-class light beer.
Welcome back. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch Spectrum Sports on the go. The Spectrum News app has the local sports you love and the news and weather that matter most to you. You can download today on the App Store or Google Play. So a spectacular moment must be for Juan Munoz after all of the injuries and rehab time, working his way back for yet another go of it. His 8th year of college ball, he was able to hit that 3, and Hawaii actually on a 10-0 run here. Jake Kosakowski checks into the game for Hilo. He is a transfer from UC San Diego, and it's interesting because he transferred to Hilo. Meanwhile, Hilo's 3-time All-Pac-West selection, you remember him, Niwa Tate Jones, transferred to UC San Diego. So it was almost like a roster trade.
Well, it was a trade. They just did a, okay, I'll give you here and you give me there.
That's right. We have a foul call underneath. By the way, the officiating trio, Andy Cohn, very experienced head referee, Coben Lopez, and Derek Anganis.
There you go, Cohn.
They're going to clear the court here.
First review of the year.
Yeah, they might be checking to see exactly where the shot clock is supposed to be situated upon the whistle. So opening night here to the 2023-2024 season for the Rainbow Warriors. Interesting wrinkle, we have seen this before as well in this matchup. This is an official game on the Mānoa side, but it is currently listed as an exhibition game on the Hilo side.
Yeah, that's kind of unique, huh?
Well, no trouble filling the schedule for Kaniela Iona. They've already played 5 games.
Yeah.
What was it, last year or was it 2 years ago? They played 6 games in 7 days.
Well, yeah, they fill their schedule out pretty early and often.
Khalik Mitchell with the free throw. Foul was called on Noel Coleman. And that ends a scoreless drought for the Vulcans that lasted 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Nice stroke at the free throw line. A little pressure in the backcourt now for Hilo. He's a defender.
Yeah, a good little matchup here. Munoz being shadowed by Elzy. Open look for McCoy. Short side, goes right back to him. Nice move, gets it up off the glass. Justin McCoy staying with it.
Good job by McCoy following his shot, and then a nice move of using his body to screen the defender off a bit.
Spent 2 years at North Carolina after playing a couple of years for Tony Bennett over at Virginia. Elzy along the baseline stepped out. So Mānoa takes over with 13:49 left to play here in the opening half. Another look at McCoy. This is after the offensive rebound that caromed back out to him.
Yeah, he had a good game against St. Mary's. He was one of the bright spots, I thought, for the Rainbow Warriors in that ball game because he played with passion and aggression. So I'm nice to see him get the start tonight and be able to perform.
You know, something Oran Ganat was talking to us about. Just wanted to see a little bit more of that commitment from his guys. Here's Coleman. That's a right corner 3 by Cotton off the mark. The southpaw slinger unable to connect that time. Skip pass goes over to Ramsey. Rubbing off that screen set by Ned. Ramsey has to hit the deck. Now looking to find somebody. Get some help from Amari Crowder in a crowd, and we'll have a blocking foul called against Mānoa. And it's going to be Cotton picking this one up. And it's going to be number 1 on him. And the second team foul for the Bows. Jersey number 11 on jersey number 11 crime right there. Mitchell driving into Cotton. And Harry Ruliadeff checking into the game for Hawaii, the 6'9" sophomore from Brisbane, Australia. Had some flashes as a Frosh last year. Step back by Ramsey. That one doinks off the heel, and the rebound collected by Munoz. Ruliadev trying to get behind the defense, but tipped away by Ned. Ned arguing that he didn't touch it, or at least didn't touch it last. But it stays here with the Rainbow Warriors. Another substitute for Hawaii, Tom Beattie, making his first appearance. 6'4" freshman from Auckland, New Zealand. They like this guy, Art.
Yeah, they're very high on him, and he's got a nice body for a freshman. He doesn't look like he's young and needs to fill out. He's already got some size to him.
Yeah, got a little bit of toughness you see from time to time in practice, too. Former rugby player in his prep days. Not so afraid of some of the physicality here at the Division I college level. And here he is, quick trigger three. A little long with it, and Ruliadev goes over the back.
Yeah, he's not shy.
He was in the game for a few nanoseconds.
He didn't get lathered up at all. He just came in, he said, I'm already warm.
Jaron Edwards, number 5, now on the floor for the Vulcans from Oakland, California. So Auckland checks in, and now Oakland checks in on the other side. Hilo has missed its last 4 field goals, trailing by 8. Here about 8 minutes in. Mitchell, that's a good quick step there past McCoy.
That was nice, that was real quick.
A little high-low action, but we're going to have a foul on the floor, and that's going to get us to another media timeout. Just under 12 minutes to play in half number 1. It's Mānoa by a half dozen over Hilo. The Vulcans showing some signs. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Long's Drugs. The number 351st. Hawaii is the last NCAA Division I team to make its 2023-24 regular season debut. Everybody else has played. Hawaii the last to have the court.
Well, we have the distinction, I guess, saving the best for last.
Yeah. You know how you say when you go to the playground, it's like, you got next? Hawaii's like, we got last.
We got last. Well, it was tough. I mean, there were 350 teams that got their schedules put together before we did.
Well, better late than later, as that can also pertain to Morsek getting put into the game here. 4th off the bench tonight here in this opener. 7'1", 225-pound sophomore from Senegal. Speaking of a guy that showed some signs last year, he had some brilliant moments. McClanahan, great hesitation move, sacked the offensive board, tried to work it back up, but got stripped down low by Kosakowski.
Well, this is a tough cover for Javon right here because there's a huge size difference.
Yeah, Ramsey with the soft touch. Ramsey listed at 6'5", McClanahan 5'10".
And he's a long 6'5". That's Javon to be screaming for help.
Ramsey now with 4 points, and the drive by Javon up, in, and one. Well, he gave up a bucket, and then he gave it right back. And now he gets an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Strong move by Javon. Got the body contact, has the physical strength up top. Completes the play, will get to the line for one more.
So Kosakowski picking up the foul, that's his first. And interesting, you could see in that replay, the maneuver there by McClanahan, certainly initiating the contact. You can argue Kosakowski at least attempted to maintain verticality, but McClanahan putting the pressure on the officials to maybe make a call because he was able to create that contact. Here's Cameron Wall into the game. Somehow gets it to Pete, but Pete lost the handle on the way up. Now Beattie hits the deck. As you mentioned earlier, a little ragged here on opening night, even though it's not opening night for the Vulcans. Ruliadev from the corner, knocks it down for 3.
So the Rainbow Warriors are shooting the ball pretty well.
Yeah, they're now 3 of 8 from distance. Crowder pulls up and hits. Amari Crowder, 6'3" junior from Arlington, Texas. Has traveled a bit, spent last season at Iowa Lakes Community College. Before that was at New Mexico Military Institute. And that was last touched off the leg of Munoz and out of bounds, so Hilo takes over.
Good defensive pressure by Crowder. Watch this nice jump shot by Harry Rulio out of the corner, and Harry has been stroking it pretty well in practice, and he's grown into it now as a D1 player, for sure.
Yeah, averaged a little over 9 minutes per game last year. Saw his playing time fluctuate, but he was big on senior night. If you remember that win over UC Irvine, he had 10 key points in that one.
Well, he's going to have a key year, a good year this year for Hawaii to have the success they need to have.
Wall leaning in. We're going to actually have a foul on Sek, who was trying to box out Nadrick Pete, who had already kind of gotten airborne attacking the offensive glass.
I think he was expecting a lob, and Morsek said, no, you're not throwing it down. No poster here.
And there you see a little bit of that forearm into Pete through the whistle. Mitchell driving, and Sek erases it.
Yeah, Moore says, not now, not here. Big fella does a great job protecting the rim right there.
Looking like an Amber Igidi spike. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Rolling with it is Mitchell. Power dribble, got to get it up. He doesn't get it up in time. Shot clock violation, and Hawaii holds defensively on that possession.
Yeah, good defensive effort that time by the Rainbow Warriors. Hilo not recognizing the shot clock going down. Was forced into a tough shot.
Ruliadev lines it up from the other corner. Hits it again.
Harry's equal opportunity corner. Goes on both sides of the floor.
There's a roam in the baseline. He's got a couple of triples in Hawaii. Mānoa with its largest lead. It's 11. That one high off the glass, tipped around. Sek rips away the rebound. Those looking to push. It's Munoz for three. The tip by Ruliadev doesn't go. Pete loses it out of bounds, and Mānoa retains possession.
The biggest problem for the University of Hawaii Hilo is, as you watch Harry knock down this last three-point shot from the corner, but Hilo has a tough time competing with the physical size of the Rainbow Warriors. Just they don't have enough bigs that are 6'9", 6'10", and it makes it much more difficult.
And part of the reason why Mānoa has won every game in this matchup. It's their 14th ever meeting as Ruliadev tries it again. This time leaves it short side.
Got out of that corner. Got to get back to the corner.
Ahead it goes to Mitchell. Oh, the hesitation move by Ramsey. Can't finish in front of the rim. Hilo gets it back. It's Ned for three. That one doesn't go.
How many times do you think Zordned had guarded Morissette? This feels familiar.
He is the de facto big man right now for the Vulcans. And well, when Morissette gets it in that position in the lane, you just got to hack him on the arm, and that's exactly what Zordned did.
Yeah. I remember last year, Zordned came into a game and had a little shot by his eye that was compliments of Morissette's elbow, so I think he remembers.
A little friendly fire.
Yeah, big shot.
Back in those days. Ned picking up his second foul, and now Morsek at the line. Was a 73% free throw shooter last season, and not too bad for a guy, again, because of some of the awkward movements, as you can sort of describe them. He does find his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, he's, I think the more he plays, the better he'll be. I would spend a lot of time with him on the court.
Well, his numbers were really good in the 3 games he started last year. He averaged 11 points and 11 boards. It was 1 of 2 from the free throw line on that trip.
The first shot looked really nice. The second shot looked like he was just starting to play the game of basketball. Oh, Harry has guarded Zord in the pass. Ooh.
Oh, how about that step back by Elsie? Decided not to pull it, though. Ramsey tries to, but he lost it on the way up. Thought there was contact, no call. Here's McClanahan across the timeline. And he walks with it. And that gets us to immediate timeout. 7:37 left to play in the first half. Mānoa has Hilo doubled up.
Poke? Poke. We have a local way of saying everything. Passion Fat, Lilikoi, Donut, Mausara. Just like FICO, aka First Insurance Company of Hawaii, aka crispy global strength on the outside, soft doughy local service on the inside. Whatever you call them, gotta be the word or no. For home, auto, and business insurance, get the kind First Insurance.
The McRib is back for a good time, but true to form, it's not here for a long time. The McRib returns.
Grab extra napkins, Hawaii. The McRib meal is back for just $8.99, only on the app.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. Let's check out tonight's Hyundai head-to-head stat line. We're looking at team assists to this point in this game, and none so far for Hilo, 5 for Mānoa.
Yeah, Mānoa has 5 assists of the made field goals, and it's not bad for the first 12 or 13 minutes of a ball game.
That's not necessarily something that is unfamiliar, though, for this Hawaii team. You go back to last year, assisted 32.9% of field goals. That was a national low, and the lowest, actually, since KenPom.com over decades ago. Rainbow Warriors are able to kind of force opponents into a little bit more one-on-one style play. Although here's a setup. This is Elsie for 3. Left it way short. The follow draws a foul. It was Jaron Edwards who was in the right spot. Now it's going to be a foul on Cotton, his second. 5th team foul for Hawaii, and that sends Jaron Edwards to the line. He's 4 of 6 from the free throw line so far this year. Helped spark a second half comeback for Hilo with 11 points in the season opening victory in Canada over Simon Fraser. A couple of subs make that 3 subs coming back in for Hawaii. More set going to the bench. And so McCoy, Da Silva, and Beatty, the 3 that come onto the floor. Rulia Def and Cotton also heading to the Hawaii sideline. Under 7 minutes to play in the opening frame. Extended pressure from the Vulcans, but it opens up McCoy. 3 up, 3 down.
Good look by Bernardo Da Silva, and really comfortable stroke by Justin McCoy.
And that's 5 points now for McCoy. Also has a rebound and an assist. Largest lead for the Rainbow Warriors. It's now 14. And the ball pinballs off of some feet and legs, and it'll stay here with the Vulcans. Another look at the real McCoy.
Yeah, the real McCoy knocks down the jumper. You've been waiting to say that, huh?
Well, what makes you think that?
Oh, my gosh.
Hilo, meanwhile, has missed 5 straight field goals. Here's Ramsey. They get it in low to Pete. Backing in on Da Silva. Back out to Ramsey. Shot clock was expiring, so he had to pull it. And Da Silva tracks down the board. That's now 4 rebounds for Bernardo. Here's Beatty, left corner three. Got it to go.
Another good assist, another good look by the Rainbow Warriors.
Hawai'i now 6 of 13 from beyond the three-point line. Pull up, nicely done there that time by Elzy. Accumulated 878 career points in his 4 years at College of Idaho. Played a little more off the ball in his days there. Essentially the starting point guard here for the Hilo Vulcans. Another look at Beatty from the corner.
Yeah, Beatty is very comfortable. He's played a lot of international basketball, and nice to see him get a good stroke and a good shot, and he's getting quality minutes.
Foul called on Carlos Ramsey, so Bernardo da Silva goes to the free throw line. 6'9" senior from Rio das Ostras, Brazil, in his 5th year now in a Rainbow Warrior uniform. That one trickles off the iron. 9.5 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per, 55% from the field. Also was second in the Big West Conference, averaging almost 1.2 blocks per game last year. And he goes 0 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line.
Pretty amazing. You're talking about players in his 5th year, and we never talked about players being in 5th years or 6 years and playing college basketball.
Lob to Pete. He had to come down with it, and then he got capped. And we're going to have a tie-up. And it'll stay here due to the possession arrow with the Vulcans.
Bernardo gets a good block.
Yeah, that one got smothered.
Yeah, that was a full hand.
Out in front, here's Mitchell. Trying to get the ball to Elzy, nothing doing. Mitchell just going to back it down himself. Had a look, couldn't hit. Another rebound cleared by Da Silva.
Da Silva came over and helped out defensively.
Bounce pass, Coleman. Nice little pick and roll action between Noel and Bernardo, but a foul disrupts it. And that's going to lead to a 1-on-1 opportunity here, as that is the 7th team foul for Hilo.
Good two-man game that time by Noel and Bernardo.
Ramsey picking up his 2nd on that one, so he is going to be subbed out. Amari Crowder comes in for him, and Da Silva to the free throw line. Thoughts on what you've seen here from Mānoa in their official opening night, with about 5 minutes left to go in the first half, as Bernardo misses again from the free throw line. He's missed 3 in a row.
Much better performance than what they opened against St. Mary's, but it's a different team too. This is Hilo versus St. Mary's. So is it that they're that much better and more prepared tonight, or is it the level of competition? We won't know that for a few ball games, but it sure feels better as a team, I'm sure.
Yeah, that block probably felt pretty good for Justin McCoy as he sent that one. Here's Kosakowski. Six to shoot. Mitchell, too hard off the glass, gets his own board, got blocked by McCoy again.
Yeah, once again, the size difference by Mānoa.
Da Silva trying to take Pete off the dribble, and we're going to have a foul against the Vulcans. And so more free throws coming, and once again it'll be Bernardo Da Silva to the line. Good look there at Kaniela Iona, again in his 4th season. Previously coached 5 years at Menlo College in Atherton, California, before coming back to Hawai'i Island to take over the Vulcans program. Was saying with their 3 opening wins this season, all coming in that tournament in Canada. It was the CCA Canadian Tip-Off Classic in Langley. He said that was big for us. Those were 3 in-region victories. And so he says that definitely is something that will help us come selection time, and as we try to climb the rankings in their region throughout the season. You also saw the cutout behind him, and we do want to get to that when we are given an ample opportunity. A cutout of the legendary and late basketball coach Jimmy Yagi, who is considered the king of small college basketball in the islands. And we'll definitely have some time to talk at more length about the impact of Jimmy Yagi, who passed away earlier this year. Here's McClanahan, the pull-up.
Javon playing with him. Javon's playing with him right now.
That's his wheelhouse right there. That mid-range pullback, stopped on a dime. Pull up there by Crowder, and he goes bank. Not sure if he called it, but hey, it's 2 points on the board.
If you're Crowder, you said absolutely I went bank. You know, kiss off the glass.
There you go. Beatty, and they're going to call a foul on Pete. And that's going to be number 3, I believe, on Nadrick Pete. Timeout on the floor. Welcome back. Here's a look at the resume for the legendary Jimmy Yagi, who passed away in June at the age of 88, 1993 inaugural Hawaii Hilo Athletics Hall of Fame class, Big Island Sports Hall of Fame. He was the Hawaii Hilo head coach from 1967 to 85. 1957 Scheidler College of Business graduate, Hawaii Mānoa JV and varsity basketball team member, and a Hilo High graduate. But he has been referred to as the father of small college basketball in Hawaii. He really put Hawaii Hilo on the map, took the Vulcans to 3 NAIA national tournaments, and in the process recorded upsets of Division I opponents Nebraska and New Mexico, and there were just so many memorable moments. And I think if it wasn't for Jimmy Yagi, you know, you don't necessarily have then some of the other accomplishments by other legends like Tony Salito in the quote-unquote small college realm. Jimmy Yagi, he was one of the OGs, and he is sorely missed. And so the Vulcans team, with these red uniforms actually on their jersey, they are honoring the late Jimmy Yagi with the initials JY on their left lapel.
And great recognition of a really good guy and a good basketball man, but even a much better person.
And there is the JY memorializing Jimmy Yagi. Yeah, Kaniela Iona, who used to attend the Jimmy Yagi Vulcans hoops camps as a kid. His dad, Tommy, played for Coach Yagi at Hawaii Hilo, and so he was affected by it as much as anybody. And so he said it is going to be imperative that his team understands the importance and the impact of Jimmy Yagi. Even the newcomers, guys who aren't as familiar with some of the history of basketball here in the islands, as that was a quick first step by Amari Crowder to the hoop.
Yeah, Crowder showed some speed there. He showed a burst. Well, anybody that's been involved in basketball on the Big Island has connections to Jimmy Yagi.
Here's Kosakowski, quick trigger 3. Offensive rebound, Ned, and he's going to reset it. Ned's going to try the 3, and that one rattles off. Good ball movement here by the Bows. Extra pass, McClanahan. It's Coleman for 3 from the corner. And Ned able to extend for the rebound. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Hilo can make a push right here, 2 or 3 points. They can get back and feel a little better about themselves going into the locker room.
Kosakowski, how about the pull-up 3? Didn't get the bounce. Bernardo da Silva punches it.
Good look by Noel Coleman. Good recognition. That's something you don't see in Hawaii basketball of recent vintage as fast breaks, but that was nice to see.
Oh, nice little teardrop by Amari Crowder.
Crowder has come out to play, that's for sure.
Stepping up into the passing lane is Kalik Mitchell. It's a foot race. May have gotten away with an extra step, but he got the bucket to go, and a timeout taken by Mānoa. As the Vulcans within 12 here, 47.3 left to play in the first half. Here's another look at the Da Silva flush.
Nice assist by Noel Coleman, looking down as the big running down the floor, but Hawaii got a little sloppy with the basketball, and now Hilo is down only 12 with 47.3 seconds to go in this first half. Mānoa got a timeout to have a discussion about falling flat and falling apart down the stretch. You don't want to do that against anyone. And it gives Hilo a lot of life going into the locker room if they can do the job in the next 47 seconds, get another stop and get a ball, another bucket.
Yeah, Coach Iona telling us he likes this Hilo team. He feels like he's got some guys that have, as he termed it, some fight in them, some toughness. Yeah. And I think we've seen, despite some erratic play and stretches, we've definitely seen some of that tenacity from the guys in red. And so now Hawaii with about a 16-second difference between the clocks, trying to bring it up. It's Munoz under pressure. Ned hits the floor, gets the basketball, signals for a timeout, and they're going to grant it.
Oh, what a great job by the Hilo Vulcans. Man, what intensity they came out with defensively. Great hustle play. Munoz not taking care of the basketball, gets it stripped. Zord Ned goes to the floor and says, Coach, remember this? This is what I used to do for you.
Elsie, a harassing defender.
Well, he was the Defensive Player of the Year, I think, at his school in the past.
Yeah, it was the NAIA Tournament Most Outstanding Player as well. Defensive Player of the Year in his league.
Yeah. And if you watch the way he plays defense, he's watching the cadence of the dribbler that he's guarding, and he's anticipating and timing his attempt to get steals and strips. I'd love to see a guy who understands the game mentally as well as physically.
Good hustle play there by Zornet as well, and the quick thinking to signal for a timeout. So Vulcans basketball, again, about 5 seconds now. The difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Elsie going to play it down a bit. Surveying the floor. Under 10 to shoot. Calling for the screen. He's going to step back and try it himself. Rattles in and out. Rebound McCoy. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Will Munoz hoist? He does. And that's how the first 20 minutes come to a close. Mānoa will take a 12-point advantage into the locker room, 35-23.
Interesting. Hilo came back and gave a nice run at the end to get this thing close. It's going to be a competitive second half.
Big difference, Hawaii. Mānoa, 6 of 15 from 3. Hilo, 0 for 9 from outside the arc. Let's send it over to Scott.
Coach, the first half of the first game of the season, your thoughts about the first 20 minutes?
I think we played really well defensively, made him take tough shots. I mean, I want us to get to the line. We've missed a lot of front ends, and we're very careless with the ball. We've been fortunate, too. Late we weren't. Got to finish better.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Kanoa.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Yeah, Hawaii 7 turnovers, talking about Mānoa in that first half. But again, the three-point shooting certainly was there, 6 of 14 for the Rainbow Warriors. The corner crew will take over when we come back. Mānoa over Hilo by a dozen.
Let's take a look at the Pizza Hut halftime statistics delivered hot and fresh. Rainbow Warriors 12 out of 24 from the field, shooting the ball well. Hilo struggling a bit at 10 for 31. The three-point field goals, that's the big difference in the ball game. Hawaii 6 for 14. Hilo has not knocked down a three yet. They've got to find a way to hit the downtown. Somebody's got to come through. Rebounds pretty even, 20 for the Rainbows. For the Vulcans, 18, but the assists, there's not been an assist, Kanoa. You got to go talk to the Big Island guys and tell them to work together, play together, work together, win together. You got to play together. You can't do it all by yourself.
Well, you got through those stats pretty well all by yourself, that's
well,
for sure.
Because it's the Pizza Hut halftime stats. That's why I got through
Oh, he's got my back, this guy. I appreciate that. With that, we welcome you officially back into Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Artie Wilson, Kanoa Leahy. And yeah, that is something that inexplicably Mānoa has been really good at, is preventing other teams from racking up assists. They've been able to kind of force them into those types of one-on-one scenarios. It is something that they do by design, but they just seem to be better than anybody at doing so.
They're good at disrupting another team's offensive sets and creating problems for other teams. And again, this is a difficult thing to determine how really good this team is and how good they're going to be on the defensive end, because they're playing against a lower division team in Hilo, but they're doing some nice things, but there's still much work to be done for this Mānoa team.
And that said, Vulcans have shown some signs, have shown some flashes. I know you like their toughness and their tenacity, and they're not at all, like you said, they're not at all out of this thing. 12 points, 20 minutes of basketball remaining. You would imagine they're feeling a fair amount of confidence.
Well, yeah, they went in and they probably said, look, we can play with these guys.
Again, this is technically an exhibition on the Vulcan side, but Kaniela Iona says, hey, look, if we're wearing our uniforms, if we're out on the floor, if there are referees, it's a real game.
Absolutely.
Not to mention trying to make some history and maybe beat Mānoa for the first time ever, as Bernardo da Silva was able to stay with that one under the glass, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Well, strong move by McCoy. He misses the entire basket. Bernardo bails him out with an offensive board and gets fouled. Now he's got to go to the line and do a better job at the free throw line than he did earlier in the ball game.
Well, that's a big one there, because you talk about the size differential and the advantage that Hawaii has, Mānoa, I should say, has in this matchup. Well, that's number 4 on Nadrick Pete, and so he's going to have to go to the bench. There's 19:40 left to play, and if you're Kaniela Iona, you're likely to just have Pete sit for a while.
Yeah, he'll be there for a while, and the other guys are going to have to find a way to compete and play tough and play bigger than they are.
So Silva able to knock down those 2 free throws. He's now 5 for 9 from the free throw line. Hawaii 7 of 13 overall. So no assists for Hilo and no made threes just yet in this game. They're going to look to change that here in the second frame.
Yeah, no assists is not a good sign. That's something that it either tells you that the Rainbow Warrior,
what a move.
That was pretty special. My goodness.
Charles Elzy with about as close to an and one mixtape move as we've seen so far.
Man.
McClanahan loves to get into the teeth of the D and then just kind of do that. Stops on a dime. Tough fadeaway. And that one tapped out of bounds. He had a couple of bows. The 2 newcomers, in fact, Cotton and McCoy, who went after the rebound.
Yeah, battling each other. Watch this move a moment ago. That's Chris Paul-like. And Javon McClanahan grabbed his hand. That could have been and one. The referees were like, wow. They didn't blow the whistle because they were in awe of that move, I think.
Elzy again on the drive.
I like him.
Underneath, was able to find Khalik Mitchell. So Elzy with 6 points. And that is the first assist of the game for the Vulcans.
I like him. I like his game.
Difference is 10. And it's going to be an offensive foul against Hawaii, Mānoa. So wipe off the made 3 by McCoy. It goes against Matthew Cotton on the screen.
Yeah. Watch this now. A moment ago, good assist. The first assist, the only assist for Hilo. All of a sudden, it's a 10-point ball game.
Ramsey off glass and in.
Make it an 8-point ball game.
A 6-0 run here by the Vulcans. And we'll have a whistle away from the ball. This one's going to go against Ramsey.
With Hilo, all the guys on the floor being about the same size. When Hawaii tries to run their offensive sets, they just switch everything because no one is that much larger than the other guy.
That's number 3 on Ramsey. So a little concern now, the foul accumulation on the Vulcan side. But they're still getting after it on defense.
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that they're just playing hard.
The pull-up by McClanahan doesn't get the roll. Caught in the offensive board. Reset Coleman for 3.
Oh, that's a big play in the ballgame right there. A big play. Great job by Cotton to grab an offensive board, kicked it out to Noel Coleman, who buried the 3.
Lead back to 11 here for Mānoa. Now that's going to be a carrying violation. The mishandle called against Ramsey.
Wow. We don't see that much. Watch Cotton with this great offensive board and kick out. Noel Coleman said, thank you.
Coleman with 8 points. He's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Oh, De Silva, deep post position. Ned was fronting him. So now Coleman puts it on the deck. Bounce pass, McCoy up and in.
Nice assist, Noel Coleman. Good, strong move by Justin McCoy. We like what number 1 is doing on the floor out there for the Rainbow Warriors.
A little bit of what Noel Coleman has been able to do, right? He, in this lineup, with McClanahan essentially owning that point guard position, as another carrying violation is called against Ramsey. But with McClanahan running the point, Coleman, not as many opportunities to make plays happen like that, but Aran Ganat telling us he'd like to see Noel Coleman do that more and essentially have 2 point guards on the floor.
Well, I'd like to see Noel handle the basketball a lot more because it gets him involved in the game when he does handle and not just run around looking for shots.
Thoughts on the 2 back-to-back carries that the refs call?
You're not seeing that often.
Coleman for 3. Offensive board, Cotton again, but he loses it out of bounds.
Cotton is athletic. He is athletic. Once he starts to feel very comfortable with what's going on offensively, he will be special for the Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah, spent 5 years at Yale over in New Haven, Connecticut, played 3 full seasons, won 3 regular season Ivy League titles, earned an economics degree from Yale. I'd imagine that's not the easiest thing to do.
No, I'm telling you.
And now pursuing his master's in finance.
Okay, he's going to run Bank of Hawaii soon, I think. My.
And here he is with the poke away. Gets dirty, too. And gets the possession for Hawaii. Now steps into a 3.
Why not?
That would have been quite the sequence.
I like
the
that
pull-up by Elzy.
I like him a lot. He's special.
Charles Elzy the third. And he knocks down the 3.
That's the first 3-pointer, I think, of the big guy, or Hilo.
Yeah, that was first 3-pointer after Elzy was the one who dished the first assist. And Harry Ruliadev able to get the bucket for Mānoa. Cameron Wall on the dribble drive draws the whistle. That gets us to a timeout. 15-13 to go in the game. Hawai'i Honda Dealers highlight reel, and we are looking at Charles Elzy III. He's put in some pretty impressive highlights already.
Yeah, he's played really, really well, and I like his game. I like his overall game, his ability to handle the basketball, ability to defend, hit big-time shots, and he seems to always be in control. Does not seem like he gets emotionally too high or too low. He just continues to compete and play.
And you see his numbers, 9 points, 4 of 9. He has accounted for the only assist that the Vulcans have recorded here this evening, and he has accounted for the only made 3 for Hilo this evening.
He's a player. He's a big-time player.
Nicknamed C3.
C3, okay, I can live with that.
Well, he had that behind-the-back dribble that led to a layup. You said it looked kind of like CP3.
Yeah, a version of C3.
Here he is again. Oh, a little too strong on the reverse. After being tapped around a bit, Ruliadev secures it.
I like him as a player, though.
Now, this has been kind of a fun matchup to watch.
Okay, 2 good guards going against each other here.
Number 3 versus number 3, McClanahan versus Elsie. Now Beatty with the flashy shoes, by the way.
Yeah, Beatty, he's not shy.
Coleman off the hezzy gets fouled out on the perimeter by Mitchell. And that's going to be number 1 on Khalik. And there's a look at the kicks for Tom Beatty. Can't miss him.
No. I saw him before the game with that fluorescent paint. He was spraying them up. Getting clean. I like the defensive pressure that Hilo is putting on. That's good for the Rainbow Warriors to have to face this.
That's a good point. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Coleman with the right hand.
Noel is so smooth with that, using both hands.
Well, he does a whole lot with his right hand. He throws, uses utensils, shoots with his left hand. So basically, he's ambidextrous.
I've just seen him eat his left hand.
Here's Ned. Can't hit from outside, but we have a whistle underneath.
Watch this very smooth move go up and under, and he kisses it off the glass. No food on the glass, see? That's why right hand's okay. What are they?
They might be wanting to take a look at this if there might be some kind of upgrade required. On the foul. We'll see.
Yeah.
13:58 left to play here in the second half. So take a look, upper right corner of your screen. It's Coleman. Cameron Wall comes in.
Well, that's a block out, but Noel saying, look, I mean, that's how I was taught. You screen out a guy, and they're just trying to make sure it wasn't excessive.
Yeah, that appears to be what they are
watch
checking
the
out.
right side there. You see Noel with the hip check there, and it was exaggerated, I think, a bit by Cameron Wall. It'll be interesting to see what the outcome is going to be with these officials.
Yeah, so looking to see if perhaps a flagrant foul is justified.
You have the NCAA rule book around with you, huh?
Well,
I mean, I saw you just scrolling momentarily.
Well, there are some rule changes at play this year,
so
not in this particular area.
Okay, I was real concerned there that you have upgraded your technology. You had the 2023-2024 November 14th version of the rule book right at your fingertip.
Wait, and you don't?
No, I don't. I rely on you.
But don't you coach in the NCAA Summer League and the same rules apply?
No, those are my rules in the Summer League. Oh, boy. And these officials, they didn't get the same rules you got because they can't figure it out either. Help them out,
it's taking a minute. There's no doubt about that.
Help them out.
Andy Cohn.
He's gonna come over and ask. He's gonna ask you. He's gonna ask you what happened.
Let's listen in here. Okay, they are going to upgrade this, Artie. A flagrant 1 is going to be the determination.
Wow.
So flagrant 1
on Noel Coleman.
That will result in 2 shots in the ball. That basically means excessive in nature or unnecessary or avoidable.
But if you're going to screen now, how are you going to avoid it? Noel, or maybe it was just the hip. But
yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
You have the flagrant 1 category. You also have flagrant 2, which results in 2 shots and the ball, and the player is ejected from the game. So this is a flagrant 1. Noel will stay in, but yeah, I'm with you.
Well, here's the alternative. If you don't use your hip, you would use a forearm and put it in his chest and then hit him with the forearm and turn for the ball. I think the hip is kinder.
Kosakowski, the catch and shoot. And a good box out there by Beatty. Ahead it goes to McCoy. Back to Beatty, lines it up for 3, can't hit it. Wall driving baseline. And there's going to be a foul over there in that deep corner.
I think he was out of bounds.
Oh, maybe Kosakowski stepped out of bounds, so it goes the other way. And now we're going to have a foul. And this is going to go against Cameron Wall of Hilo, it appears. Well, Hilo playing even with Mānoa in this second half so far. Each team has scored 11. Noel will try to change that from 3. Can't do it. Beatty the follow. Ruliadev gets the credit for keeping it alive, though.
Yeah, Beatty showing the ability as a guard to go in there and rebound with the bigs.
And that's going to be a traveling violation called against Kalik Mitchell. A pretty easy call there.
Yeah.
Hilo 4 for 7 so far in this second half. Hawaii 5 for 13 from the field. And Munoz into the game. Certainly one of the storylines as he goes the skip pass across court to McCoy, and the 2 former high school teammates hooking up for the triple.
Yeah, they like playing with each other. They probably talk about it, you know, and then we're old boys, so let's work it out now.
Well, McCoy was not shy about saying that Juan Munoz laid on the proposal and the pitch pretty heavily there as Kalik Mitchell.
Yeah, he was the recruiter.
That's right.
That was it. It was Juan. Without Juan, I don't think McCoy is in Mānoa.
That's a fair assessment, I would possibly suspect. As again, off the feed from Crowder, Kalik Mitchell getting the bruise in the bucket. Free throw doesn't go, though. The lead for Mānoa is 15, closing in on 12 minutes to play. Cross court, here's Munoz. He's going to go into the lane. Finds in the corner Coleman, who draws some contact.
Munoz has nice vision on the floor and delivers the basketball to his teammates at opportune times and in the right position.
And we were talking about how interesting it is to see 5th year, 6th year type of players out there on the floor. Well, Munoz is an 8th year. Only one of two players who can say that. Seth Towns of Howard is also an 8th-year collegiate player. That hesitation move for Ramsey opened up the door.
He looked like a sprinter on that.
Playing with 4 fouls. And now we got another whistle for the Vulcans away from the basketball. So Carlos Ramsey, foul trouble here in this ball game. When he's been out there, he's been a threat, and he got 2 right there.
University of Hawaii Sports on Spectrum Sports, sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
I got me a paradise. It's your paradise too.
Experience the beauty of the islands in a Honda Hybrid with fuel efficiency and range that saves you money while keeping our Aina a paradise. Right now, kick off adventure in the Perfect Island Ride, a new Honda Hybrid, and get 2 years complimentary maintenance.
See a Hawaii Honda dealer today. Tell them Henry sent you.
Being Hawaii's best bank has been our goal since we were Hawaii's first bank. But being first was just the beginning of a bigger journey, a deeper commitment. One first leading to another is how we set the standard for an industry and help turn trial runs into traditions. Because being first once just makes you the oldest. Doing it every day is what makes you the best. Bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Friday, Hawaii takes on UC San Diego in the second to the last game of the regular season. Rainbow Wahine Volleyball on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Welcome back. Rainbow Warrior basketball getting underway here tonight, but in a couple of nights, it'll be game 2. Niagara, the Purple Eagles coming into town. A long road trip for that squad, but we'll have the coverage for you starting at 6:30 on Spectrum Sports. A late add to the schedule. There was a game that Hawaii still had the privilege of adding, and Niagara was the team that was able to oblige and fill the schedule. And to be honest, Artie, we've talked about it a little bit, or at least hinted towards it. Scheduling was a bit difficult here this year for Ron Gannat and the coaching staff. So much so that they are not actually holding the Rainbow Classic, which goes back decades as a tradition for this program. They just weren't able to accumulate the teams to be able to hold that tournament.
Yeah, I struggle with understanding quite how that happens, but BD goes to the basket for a good 2-point shot, but you have a field set for the Rainbow Classic, and all of a sudden it falls apart. Again, that's above my pay grade.
Well, we talked to Ron Gannat the other day, and he was demonstrative in suggesting as the drive by Mitchell results in an and one. He's had some moments here in this second half, but he was adamant about the fact that the Rainbow Classic was going to make a return next season. Certainly unfortunate that they weren't able to play it here this season, as Beatty showing off the ability to get to the rim, and Mitchell doing it the other end.
Yeah, Mitchell has been aggressive, and Hilo has something to look forward to. I mean, they this again is their 6th ball game of the season, and they played, but they are competing, and they're playing hard, and I think they will be a big-time factor in the Pac West.
And getting back to the scheduling subject, things are different, right? Times have changed, and I do think that there is at least an element of the sell of the idea of traveling all the way to the middle of the Pacific to play a home game against a Hawaii team that has certainly the ability to give you a rub depending on what kind of program you are. It's maybe not quite as much of a slam dunk as McCoy able to finish on the follow. Maybe not as much of an attraction as it has been in past iterations. That said, you have over 350 teams out there. The other thing that Ron Gannat was telling us, though, is a lot of the issues came with the ability to be able to schedule in chunks because of the availability of the arena. And certainly we're seeing that this week and next week. The arena is going to be packed with events every single night here going forward. Three ball from the corner is good. Munoz to McCoy.
I tell you, they know each other very, very, very well. They're homeboys.
The pull up there by Elzy.
Elzy, he can play.
And he's into double figures. He's got 11. Kalik Mitchell leads the way for the Vulcans with 13. In fact, he's second only to Justin McCoy, who has 15 for Mānoa for top scorer on the floor. And Elzy picking up that foul. Here's another look at McCoy.
Yeah, good assist by Juan Munoz.
That last Vulcan foul, their 7th team foul, so that's going to send Juan Munoz to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. His first free throw attempt this season, you can also say his first free throw attempt as a Rainbow Warrior.
Yes, right here.
A breakthrough for Juan.
And if young people are out there watching, if you want to watch a pure shooter with form, watch Juan Munoz.
Spent 5 years at Longwood University, was all Big South in the 2020-21 season. Now pursuing his MBA.
I thought he was getting a PhD. He's been here so long. Is it last year at law school?
That's right. Shot off the mark there by Ramsey, and it's Munoz down in the post with the rebound. It is one of the more remarkable stories, though, this guy who has had to deal with so much frustration finds Morsek, who throws it down.
I love it. Morsek, he has learned to be a little showman.
A couple of assists for Juan Munoz, and Mānoa has its largest lead of the night. Pass broken up by Beatty. Munoz, no look to the corner, was a little off the mark. Hawaii scrambling, and it is last touched out of bounds by Beatty.
Juan with the flush. I like the big fella. He didn't shoot a lay-in. He threw it down.
Juan Munoz with the delivery there. He was the 6th rated point guard in the state of North Carolina by ESPN out of high school. So he knows a little thing or two about distributing the ball as well as scoring the basketball. This goes the other way.
That was back in the 60s, 70s. That was a long time ago. They had ESPN back then, huh?
I love it. Yeah. And you know what? Juan would be right here with us. He'd be down with some of those jokes.
Yeah, Juan's my guy.
Timeout on the floor. 8:34 left to play. Mānoa up big. Welcome back. Rainbow Wahine Volleyball, the final homestand of the regular season. UC San Diego, the opponent on Friday at 6:30 p.m. on Spectrum OC 16. And then Saturday night, of course, it'll be Long Beach State on senior night. Hawaii in position still with a couple of wins to possibly get one of the top 2 seeds in the Big West Conference tournament, and the accompanying bye in that opening round. That would be pretty big for a Rainbow Wahine squad that has 4 losses in conference. This has been a pretty interesting and inexplicable regular season in the Big West. Hawaii breaking that press. They got the numbers now. Munoz stopping and popping, and how good was that? Calm, cool, and in control.
Juan said, "Don't worry, don't get excited. My goodness, I'm in the middle of this. I've been here before."
Hawaii Mānoa now up 21. Munoz with 7. A 6-0 Rainbow run. Ramsey off the heel, and Morsek collects it. So you got Ramsey out there. You have Nadrick Pete back out there for the Vulcans, each with 4 fouls. And here's Munoz hitting the deck, just being harassed by Elzy, who comes away with it, pulls up for 3, doesn't get the bounce. And the rebound collected by Cotton. And that's one of those things with everything that Juan Munoz has been through. Every time he goes to the floor for a scramble play, you just kind of hold your breath.
Yeah, you don't want to lose him in a game like this now.
And again, the rip through obstructed by LZ. That time, though, he's going to pick up the foul. It's going to be number 2 on LZ, but Juan Munoz leading the break, then just pulling his own number. Welcome back. This has been a wonderful sight here this evening, seeing this guy.
Yes.
Double 5, Juan Munoz, back in action in an official Rainbow Warrior game for the first time in his now 3-year Hawaii Mānoa career.
Yeah, it's nice to see him on the floor. It's nice to see him come back from the injuries and be able to play and just enjoy a game that he truly loves. It's one of those feel-good stories. And just hope he continues to have better days and the Rainbow Warriors can watch him develop into what the fans in Hawaii will be amazed at, his ability to shoot the ball from long range as he gets more and more comfortable.
And what a weapon to have this guy out there in late game situations for just this reason, his ability to hit free throws.
No question. Like I said, young people, watch his stroke. It is very special.
Doesn't even threaten the iron on those 2 free throw attempts.
Reminds me a little bit of your stroke at Iolani.
Speaking of things that happened a long time ago.
Yeah, it looked the same.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah, no, very accurate there.
There you go. We're going back in time.
Javon McClanahan subbing in for Munoz after those free throws. Mānoa building this now 23-point advantage. Pull-up 3 by Crowder is a beauty.
Crowder told Beatty, come get some of this.
Vulcans 2 of 15 from downtown. Oh, nice pick and roll. Sack!
Oh, Beatty. That's the future for the Mānoa team right there. Beatty to Sec. Because next year there won't be Javon or Noel or Munoz.
New Zealand to Senegal on that one. And that one bounces out on the shot by Crowder. Hawaii again with a huge international flavor on this roster. Feature players from 8 different countries spanning 6 continents. And the smooch off the glass a little too hard there by Beatty. His follow-up got absolutely swiped.
That looked like Ambre G.
Mitchell all the way and finishes with the left. He's got 15.
It's a 20-point ball game, but it seems much closer, more competitive.
Vulcan's still playing some spirited ball at the moment. McClanahan found an open space.
Javon being just comfortable with himself and knowing where he is on the floor, kisses it off the glass.
LZ lost his footing. Didn't walk with it apparently. Gets it back in the corner, and then of course knocks down the 3.
Have I said this before? I like him.
Yeah, you have actually.
I think I have
a few
said
times.
this, yes.
Hopefully nobody's at home playing the Artie Wilson I like him drinking game.
Yeah, I know. There'll be some people calling in.
But he has been really good, LZ. Now with 14 points, as you see the pick and roll with Morsek, and then Khalik Mitchell.
Mitchell is a little unorthodox the way he goes to the rack, but he has the ability to use his hands and get to the little spaces and get shots off.
Zorned picking up that last foul, by the way, his 3rd, so 1-on-1 chance here for Javon. Second team all Big West selection last year. Misses it short side, offensive board McCoy. His follow too strong. Hawaii prior to that had made 6 of 7 field goals. Ned quick trigger. Oh, he can't get one.
Yeah, boy, Zora's had a tough night shooting, and he's been shooting the ball pretty well for Hilo.
And now 0 for 5 from the field, still scoreless. McClanahan drew the foul from LZ, but couldn't finish at the rim. That's the third on LZ.
Good assist by Morissette. Soft pass, quick pass. So you got Coleman with 10 points, Munoz with 9, and McClanahan, if he makes these two, he'll have 9. So your 3-guard rotation giving you about 30 points, half of the points for the Rainbow Warriors.
Well, everybody except Matthew Cotton is in the scoring column. 9 players have seen the floor here in this game for Mānoa. And everybody has at least 5 points that has scored.
Except for Cotton. How about that?
McClanahan was 1 of 2 on that trip. Lead is 20. The pull-up by LZ. My goodness. Go ahead and say it.
I can't say anything.
Go ahead and say it.
I can't say anything, but I like him. I do like it. I like his game.
Oh, there are going to be some headaches in the morning for people who are watching the game at home, potentially.
Especially if they're drinking. Yeah, boy. Watch this shot now. He shoots it with confidence and ease.
He's got now 3 made threes. Hilo's got 4 total. McClanahan got that one blocked, and then I think Morsek's elbow may have found another victim.
Yeah, Morsek now. The one thing about Morset, back in the day when I played, I had a wild guy named Rod Aldrich and Boyd Betts, and they would hurt you, teammates. I mean, they were throwing elbows at everything. And Morsek has a little bit of that in him as well.
Yeah, and not on purpose, not intentional.
His arms, his elbows just find you.
He's got like 12 elbows.
Yeah, and they have blades in them. It's got to be this, I don't know what it is, but there are blades in there.
Cody Williams checking in, 10th Rainbow Warrior to see the floor here in this one. And he commits the foul on the perimeter. LZ, meanwhile, hits another 3 after the whistle that won't count. Charles LZ. Going from
the third.
Going from NAIA to NCAA Division II. And looking like a guy who could play.
He could have made the jump to
I was going to say
D1. No question.
That one rattles in and out, and another rebound for Cotton. Hawai'i deliberate here on this possession. McCoy, he'll try the 3. That doesn't go. Good boxing out underneath. And Drew Yesback coming out of it for the Vulcans, and he sticks a 3.
Oh, my. Came down the floor, looked at it, surveyed, and still pulled it up from 3.
Senior from Yorba Linda, California. And the Vulcans not ready to pack it up just yet.
I love it. I love the fact that they're still battling.
Little 6-0 surge. Beatty all the way to the rim.
Beatty showed an ability to take the ball hard to the basket.
That's now 9 points for Tom Beatty. The Frosh from Auckland, New Zealand. Timeout, Rainbows.
There's nothing I love more than being a farmer. Every day, I get to care for my sheep and feel connected to the land. Believe it or not, I think it makes me better at my other job, managing Bank of Hawaii's branches in Hilo. Because like farming, banking is all about caring for the needs of customers and businesses in our local community so they can grow and reach their fullest potential. I'm Steven Sylvester, and I'm proud to work for a company that gave a farmer like me the chance to make a difference in my community.
I got me a paradise. It's your paradise too.
Experience the beauty of the islands in a Honda Hybrid with fuel efficiency and range that saves you money while keeping our Aina a paradise. Right now, kick off adventure in the perfect island ride, a new Honda Hybrid and get 2 years complimentary maintenance.
Well, this Frosh looking pretty good here already. Tom Beatty on opening night. He's got 9 points, 4 rebounds, has an assist in 21 minutes time.
Yeah, he's a good-looking freshman. He's, like I said earlier, he's got a body that's not freshman-like, and he knows how to play the game of basketball. He's going to have a nice career, and Rainbow Warriors will need him this season because he's a bigger guard, and he can help them even on the defensive end once he understands it.
One of 5 newcomers to this Hawaii roster. They have 9 returning letter winners. And obviously, the key losses, they lost to eligibility because they ran out of it. You had Kamaka Hepa and Samuta Avea, who were some really, really strong wing/post presences for this Hawaii squad. But you also lost Beon Riley, who transferred to Utah Tech. Justice Jackson and Amaro Lotto transferred to Tennessee Martin and Lindenwood, respectively. Interestingly enough, both going to be playing against each other in the Ohio Valley Conference.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, losing players, I guess that happens an awful lot, but you got to bring in talent. And Coach Iona over on the Big Island, he went and found him some ballers, some guys who can play. And the Pac-West is going to be a battle.
Sounded like the officials were reviewing a previous 3-point shot and decided to uphold the 3, so the score remains 73-57. Ryan Rapp now in the game for Mānoa. Played in 3 games last year. It's his 2nd year here with the Bows. And we're going to have a whistle against the team in white. It's going to go against Cody Williams. And that's going to send Elzy to the lines if he can continue to pad his numbers. Elzy's got 17 points. He's 3 of 6 from outside the property line.
Elzy's from Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, that's
up in the hood.
That's kind of in your neck of the woods, right?
It's between Portland and Seattle.
Yeah.
We used to have state-to-state rivalries. Grant, Jefferson, Portland, and Garfield, and Cleveland, and Seattle. But I don't remember a team from Tacoma. But I'm sure that young man would have been on it.
Well, he played at Bellarmine Prep.
Yeah, that's new school.
Oh, Beatty kind of stumbled, then set his feet, and then goes long with the 3.
Yeah, he should have got his balance.
So the Vulcans within 14 here. Ned for 3, got it, and he's in the book. And it's down to 11.
You like seeing Zord knock down the shot. That felt good over here.
Yeah, good to see Zord Ned. He's such a good dude, and he's going to do some great things in his career, which he is hoping will be in broadcasting, as Beatty goes up in and 1 at the other end. Looked like he was out of control for a moment, but he was able to make it happen.
Nice shot by Zord. And Beatty showing no fear, going up with the left hand and completing the play.
It's double figures here in his Rainbow Warrior debut, Tom Beatty.
I'm sure it's nice to see if your Coach Gennad and his staff that you have now a 6'4" guard who can play, and it's not going to hurt you because he looks like he can compete at least against a team like Hilo.
Elzy, that pass deflected out of bounds by Ryan Rapp. Here's Elzy, got the step, got the bucket. He's got 21. Oh, and the poke away from behind, but fortunately, it caromed right to Ryan Rapp.
It's a great defensive play.
Ruliadef extra pass, Rapp, the pump fake, step back for 3. Offensive board, Beatty. But are they going to call a shot clock?
No, push off.
They're going to call a foul.
Push off when he went for the rebound. He pushed just a little bit. All of a sudden, 12, watch it now. Watch the push off. I mean, that's just a little, I'm not even sure that was a push off. I mean,
yeah, Beatty with the sarcastic smile in response to that. Home crowd didn't like it much.
Ball doesn't lie, what they say.
The miss there by Yezbek. Meanwhile, that one deflected out by Ned. And they're going to say that Ned was the last to touch it.
12-point ball game, a minute 30.
And we're going to see Akira Jacobs checking into the game here for Mānoa. And I think the Vulcans are going to signal for a timeout as well. Buck 30 left to go. Akira Jacobs, the 6'9" freshman from Yokohama, Japan, joined the team at the perfect time, right before they went on their multi-game summer tour over to Japan.
He planned that. Go home to see family, friends.
Well, and then he could act as the de facto tour guide over there as well.
That's the way to get all your clothes and everything ready to come back to Mānoa.
Was a member of the NBA Academy for 2 years. It's a developmental program that is located in various spots around the globe. He's the first Japanese prospect to join the academy on a full-time basis and competed for the Japan national team at the 2023 FIBA U19 World Cup in Hungary earlier in the summer as well. He averaged 17 points a game, so he had a really strong tournament. And I think there's some really high hopes for what he can develop into for this Hawaii team.
Yeah, I liken him to a big puppy, where you see him come out and you go, wow, that's a great looking, and then you realize he's a puppy. And that's the way he is. He has a great left-handed stroke. He's larger than you think. When you walk up to him, you go, wow, he's big, he's tall.
Meanwhile, that's no puppy. Zor Ned, he's been around for a minute.
Yeah, Zor's been here. I mean, he came with the Pilgrims. I mean, he's been here a while. Zor has been in Hawaii a long time.
Again, we mentioned briefly that he is interested in getting into the realm of broadcasting, or at least that industry, at least some facet of it. This is a guy who produces music, produces content. He has even served as a guest co-host on occasion for a certain ESPN Honolulu radio show called Let's Talk Sports.
Zor, now Let's Talk Sports. What?
Yeah.
Let me think. I
mean, it's no on point with Artie Wilson, but you know. All right,
thank you.
They were just reviewing that last out-of-bounds play, and the call will stand. They couldn't see anything that would determine a reversal.
Yeah, Let's Talk Sports with Zor Ned. It's a great show.
Especially when Zor Ned's there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he now lives in Hilo.
Yeah, but you can do it out of Hilo, I'm sure. A can and a string.
We're still working on the technology. Here's Williams, strong drive to the bucket.
Nice by Cody Williams. He has some lift. He can rise a bit. Oh, but you gotta play a little defense too.
Working against Elzy. Deep three by Yezbek off the mark, and body hitting the deck. That's Jaron Edwards who went down hard. Another look at Cody Williams' demonstrative take.
Yeah. Ryan Rapp called for that foul.
Free throw no good. There was a two-shot situation. So great offensive rebound effort there by Kalik Mitchell for not.
Yeah, you know, that was explosive.
And the second free throw also misses. Williams into the front court. Minute to play. Bounce pass. Sek kept his feet. Got the deuce.
I like the big fella. Good assist by Tom Beatty. Tom showing a lot tonight. He will get some minutes in meaningful games.
Meanwhile, a foul called against Williams. And that's going to send LZ back to the free throw line. Take another look at Beatty.
Nice
to
assist.
Morsek.
Nice assist. A good bounce pass. The big fella doesn't have to do anything but catch it and finish it. And when you saw Morsek shoot that, he shot that from the high point, shot it down.
Yeah, you've kept an eye on Morsek a little bit from last year to this year. You see any development there that stands out to you?
Yeah, he's better. He's better. He's more aware on the floor, but he just needs game time. He needs to be on the court. He needs time playing in real basketball games, not against his teammates, but against other competition. The more he plays, the better he's going to be.
We'll see a couple of subs for Hilo, including Telrin Villa, 6'3" redshirt frosh from Haula. Older brother Josiah now plays for Chaminade, previously played at the University of Hawaii, Mānoa.
I saw Villa in warm-ups. He rose. He's got some hops too, boy.
Well, that comes from Pops. His dad, Kahi, was a high flyer back at Kamehameha Kapalama and BYU Hawaii. He also played 2 years in the Blue Jays organization. 3-ball rattles in and out by Jacobs, and it'll stay here with Mānoa.
I was watching warm-ups, and I was like, who's number 12?
Yeah.
And then I realized what his last name was.
Well, his older brother, Josiah, going to be suiting up for Chaminade against number 1 Kansas next week in this building.
Good luck.
Oh, Sek going off glass.
Tell you, more Sek. Let the big fella get on the court. Let him play. The more he plays, better he's going to be.
I guess the bank was open. He'll ask Matthew Cotton about that, because he'll be the one running the bank, right?
The two of them.
Villa putting it on the floor, off-balance shot. Some contact, no whistle. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Body's still hitting the floor here in the last moments of this ball game. As Chandler Collins Johnson trying to make the most of his run. And now Hawaii will just inbound it, and Mānoa will get the victory. Victorious for the 14th time in the last 15 seasons on opening night. They take it against their intra-state rival, the Hilo Vulcans, 82-66. Pretty all-around effort for Hawaii from a scoring standpoint. They were 36% from outside the arc, 9 of 25. It was a little sloppy at times, certainly in that opening half. What did you think of the Bows here in this first performance?
Well, the effort was better than what they put forth against St. Mary's, number one. Number two, I thought that they played together pretty well. I thought defensively they were locked in at times, but they weren't playing the competition level of a St. Mary's. So you got to keep that in mind, but it's a good first start. The team's got work to do, but I think they have a lot of pieces to this puzzle that they can put together, and I was happy to see the guard tandem, the threesome of Juan Munoz, of Javon McClanahan, Noel Coleman. I think I like those three, but you might have to add a fourth to that, because Tom Beattie is saying, don't forget about me, I can play too. So I think this team has something special.
Well, Scott Robbs is with the winning head coach, Aran Ganat. Take it away, Scott.
Coach, first off, congratulations. We've got a chance to see a lot of players on the floor tonight, a lot of different combinations. I got to say, I thought the newcomers you brought in, they all look pretty good.
Yeah, and we're excited about them. I think they'll get better as the year goes along. That's why we wanted to try to get them in there a little bit. Credit Hilo, obviously playing to the end there. I think we did a good job separating. Had a couple other times to separate, but give them credit. It felt like a first game for us. Some highlights, some lowlights, things we got to clean up, but it's good to play again.
It also was good to see Noel Coleman get off early in this game. I think he had 5 points in the first couple of minutes. He's going to be one of your X factors this year.
Yeah, he's great, and I think he's had great practices, and that puts you in position to have good success, and he was rewarded for it. I think we're going to be tough if we continue to get better and have different guys we can go to, and I liked our defense in the first half, not so much in the second half. So we got to, obviously, it's first game. We got to find some consistency, but something to build off.
All right, back at it on Thursday against Niagara. What do you know about the Purple Eagles?
Well coached. They had a really tough game, like close game. They had Notre Dame at their place, and a lot of respect for them and their program and their staff, and have some newcomers as well that have been really dynamic for them. So tough, scrappy. They have size. They got dynamic guards. They'll put you in tough positions. They play hard.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Kanoa, back over to you, and I like Artie.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the game. Already like this guy, that's for sure. Charles Elzy III, game high 23 points, 8 of 15 from the field. On the other side, Justin McCoy in his Rainbow Warrior debut, 15 points to lead the way on the Mānoa side. 3 of 6 from outside the property line. So I'll give you the last word here, Artie, before we send it off to the post-game show.
Well, a lot to work with and a lot to work on. I think the Rainbow Warriors have a nice squad. They've got a nice group of guys. They need to continue to get better. They have to show more toughness, and they have to handle pressure because teams are going to come at them and come at them hard. They're picked to be one of the top teams in the Big West. It's no fluke that they brought in a bunch of talent to try and help them be that, but they're going to have to answer the call and answer the toughness call. That's going to be the challenge.
Well, after game 1, Hawaii with win 1. They are 1-0, and they will host Niagara in a couple of evenings here in this building. Don't forget about the post-game show. The Corner Crew will break down what transpired here between Hilo and Mānoa. But for now, for Artie Wilson, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Until next time, everybody, we bid you aloha from Mānoa.